The snow-covered village of Brindlemark lay shrouded in an impenetrable veil of mist. Its residents huddled around the fire, their faces illuminated only by the flickering flames. Kael, a courageous warrior, stood at the center of the gathering, his eyes fixed upon the village elder, who accused him of a crime he did not commit. The elder's words dripped with malice, and Kael's heart burned with a desire for justice. He knew he had to clear his name. But the path ahead seemed treacherous. As Kael departed the village, a figure emerged from the shadows. It was Eira, a skilled huntress and Kael's childhood friend. Her eyes sparkled with a fire that rivaled the flames that had warmed the villagers, and her voice was laced with a determination that Kael knew all too well. "I'll stand by you, Kael," she said, her words barely above a whisper. "Together, we'll find the truth." And so, their journey began. The snow-covered wilderness stretched before them like an endless canvas, its secrets hidden beneath the frozen surface. Kael and Eira traversed the landscape, their footsteps quiet on the snow. They spoke little, their words sparse, but their silence was filled with a deep understanding. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting the world in a dark, foreboding light, they stumbled upon a cryptic map etched into the bark of an ancient tree. The map hinted at the location of the fabled Starheart, a lost artifact rumored to hold the power to heal the land. Their quest led them through treacherous mountain passes and dark forests, where the shadows seemed to writhe and twist around them. They encountered fierce creatures and hostile tribes. But through it all, Kael and Eira stood as one, their bond growing stronger with each passing day. And yet, the closer they drew to their goal, the more Kael sensed that something was amiss. The air seemed to thicken, heavy with an unseen presence that watched their every move. As they neared the location marked on the map, a figure emerged from the shadows. It was a woman, her eyes blazing with an otherworldly intensity. She revealed herself as the guardian of the Starheart, and her words were laced with a warning. "The artifact comes at a great cost. Are you prepared to pay the price?" Kael hesitated, his heart heavy with the weight of his decision. Eira, sensing his doubt, placed a hand on his shoulder. "We'll face it together," she said, her voice steady. The guardian led them to a hidden chamber deep within the mountain. The air was thick with an eerie energy, and the Starheart pulsed with a light that seemed to pierce the very soul. As Kael reached for the artifact, a voice boomed from the shadows, its words echoing through the chamber. "You shall not have it," it said. "The price is too high." And with that, the guardian turned against them, her eyes blazing with a fierce determination. In the ensuing battle, Kael fought valiantly, but it was Eira who made the ultimate sacrifice. She stood between Kael and the Guardian, her body shielding him from the Guardian's deadly blow. As Kael held her dying form in his arms, the weight of his decision crushed him. He realized that the cost of the Starheart was too high, that the price of his ambition had been paid in the blood of his friend. As the darkness closed in around him, Kael made a choice. He chose to walk away from the artifact, to leave its power and its secrets behind. He knew that he would never be able to wield its power without being haunted by the memory of Eira's sacrifice. And so, he vanished into the snow-covered wilderness, the Starheart's secrets lost to the ages. The villagers, upon his return, would whisper of a warrior who had faced the unknown and emerged with a newfound understanding of the true cost of power. But Kael knew the truth, that sometimes, the greatest courage lies not in the pursuit of power, but in the willingness to let it go.